Good morning, everyone. I'm excited to dive into the fundamental principles of effective design with you today. We'll be exploring key elements such as unity, balance, proportion, contrast, and several others that are essential for creating harmonious and visually appealing designs. Together, we'll uncover how these core principles work to bring ideas to life and make our visuals truly stand out. Let's get started. Unity in design is all about creating harmony among all the elements so they work together as one cohesive whole. The main goal here is to give your design a sense of completeness and consistency, making everything feel connected rather than disjointed. To achieve unity, you might match colors across different parts of your design, stick to a consistent style or theme, and carefully align elements in a purposeful way. For instance, choosing a color palette that complements every component or using the same font styles throughout can make your design look balanced and intentional, reinforcing that sense of unity. Balance in design is all about how visual weight is distributed across a layout to create a feeling of stability and structure. Essentially, it makes the design feel grounded and well organized. There are three main ways to achieve this balance. First, symmetrical balance, where elements are evenly placed on both sides, giving a mirrored, formal look. Then, there's asymmetrical balance, which uses different elements but balances them based on their visual weight, offering a more dynamic feel. Lastly, radial balance arranges elements around a central point, drawing the viewer's eye inward. A good example is a website header designed symmetrically, with the logo on one side and navigation links evenly spaced on the other. This creates a neat and comfortable experience for the viewer. Proportion is all about the relative size and scale of the different parts within a design. It's what helps us understand how each element relates to the others in terms of size. The main goal of using proportion is to create visual harmony, so everything feels balanced and appealing to the eye. When proportion is done well, it naturally guides the viewer's attention and helps establish a clear hierarchy. For example, if you have a big, bold headline contrasted with smaller body text, it instantly draws the eye to the headline first. This makes the overall message easier to follow and understand. So, proportion is really key to making designs both attractive and functional. Contrast is all about making elements stand out by highlighting their differences. Whether it's through color, shape, size, or texture, using contrast adds visual interest and keeps the design engaging. Its main role in design is to make important content more noticeable and improve readability, so viewers can quickly grasp the key message. A simple but effective example is placing dark text on a light background, which not only makes the text easier to read but also naturally draws attention to it. Overall, incorporating contrast brings clarity and focus to your design, helping guide the viewer's eye exactly where you want it. When we talk about emphasis in design, we're referring to the way we create focal points that draw the viewer's eye to the most important parts of the layout. It's about guiding attention intentionally. To achieve this, designers often use techniques like bold colors, larger sizes, or unique shapes. These elements stand out against the rest of the design, making sure key messages don't get lost. A common example is a brightly colored, bold button used for a call to action. This type of emphasis encourages the viewer to interact because it clearly shows where they should focus and what they should do next. Movement in design refers to the visual flow that guides the viewer's eye through a piece, helping them move smoothly from one element to the next. We create this sense of movement using things like lines, shapes, or directional cues such as arrows. For instance, arrows or lines pointing toward important information naturally lead the viewer to key points, making the navigation intuitive. This not only improves how easily the content is understood but also keeps the viewer engaged by creating a clear path through the design. When we talk about patterns in design, we're referring to the deliberate repetition of certain elements to create a sense of consistency and order. This isn't just about making things look pretty, it's about bringing harmony to the design so everything feels connected. Patterns serve a critical role by unifying different parts of a composition using repeated shapes, colors, or textures. For instance, imagine a brochure where the same icon style repeats throughout. This repetition reinforces the brand identity, helps guide the viewer's eye, and makes the overall experience more cohesive and easy to follow. Essentially, patterns help tie all the pieces together into a polished, unified whole. Rhythm in design is all about creating a sense of organized movement. It's achieved by repeating certain elements with some variation, which keeps things visually interesting. The main purpose of rhythm is to keep the viewer engaged, providing a flow that feels both predictable and dynamic at the same time. For instance, alternating colors in a list is a simple way to introduce rhythm. It not only adds visual interest but also helps to clearly separate items. This technique enhances the overall visual structure by guiding the eye smoothly across the information, making the design easier to follow and more enjoyable to look at. White space, also known as negative space, refers to the intentional use of empty areas within a design. Its main purpose is to reduce clutter and help the audience focus on the most important elements. One of the key benefits of white space is that it enhances readability. By giving each component room to breathe, the design feels more organized and visually appealing, which makes it easier to navigate. For example, adding enough padding around text blocks not only improves legibility but also creates an open and inviting feeling. This prevents the design from feeling crowded or overwhelming and makes the overall experience much more enjoyable for the viewer.